Alright, Shalom, Lahabakaryum, Shal, Yah, Shar, Allah. Peace to the elect of Israel. Starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, which consists of the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, and you Israelite foreigners, Hebrew Israelites, who are scattered among all other nations, looking like the other nations. Shalom to all of you. All right, before we get started with this lesson, let's give the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash, NAWA, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. And double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you, sincere Akim, and daily works. And shalom to you believers, to the Akim or Aqua, which will be brothers and few of my sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth. Adawan RAWCHAA, Lord willing, the lesson is edifying, plain upon faith. I'm your brother Malkaya, representing warriors for YAHAWASHI, Pasadena, Texas branch. All right, so today's topic is going to go into how, let y'all see it for yourself. LGBTQ movement is officially banned in Russia and labeled as an extremist movement, punishable by up to 12 years in prison. So yeah, nations, other nations who this whore, the great whore, right? Babylon the Great, aka America. A lot of nations are starting to realize how this whore, America, has caused them and their people to err in their ways. For an example, being a sodomite, this whole, that movement is very poison, okay? It's very contagious, okay? And for an example, Putin, he's not down with that shit. According to the scriptures in the Holy Bible, right, that these Christians claim to read, that your pastor claims to preach from, okay, also speaks about how, YAHAWASHI is against such abomination, right? LGBTQ movement is officially banned in Russia and labeled as an extremist movement, punishable up to 12 years in prison. All right, so we're gonna get some scriptures. I got a few scriptures I'm gonna bring out. Don't really have that many, but I'm gonna get straight to the point with it. Let me share the screen with you real quick. Get this one. All right, bet. So let's start with Book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20 in the KJV. Woe, meaning destruction, right? Woe means destruction. Woe unto them that call evil good, and that call, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So for an example, right? Woe, destruction on everyone that supports this abomination movement, right? Woe, destruction onto everyone that's calling, people like us, for example, right? The men of the Lord that speaks against wickedness be evil. Okay? In other words, right, as simple as possible, right? Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. So destruction onto all of you people out there that's calling the truth in the Holy Bible to be evil. And that's justifying the wickedness that's going on here. Destruction is coming to your stupid ass real soon. Okay? Right? Want you that's calling wickedness to be righteous, and that's calling true righteousness to be wicked. Right? Let's see. You get a preset for that. Let's see. The book of Psalms, 97 and 10. I want to get the book of Psalms, chapter 97 and verse 10 in the KJV. Ye that love the Lord, YAHAWASHI, hate evil. Right? So if you claim to be a Christian, right, a follower of the Messiah, the true Messiah, and his name is YAHAWASHI, Yah, he, HaWashai, Savior, Deliverer. He saves, he delivers. All right, the nation of Israel, starting with the elect on this side. So if you claim to love the Lord, right, you're gonna hate this world pretty much, because this world, this eon, this age, this era is nothing but wickedness. It's abominable, it's defiled, it's evil. Okay? So for example, you claim to be a follower of the Messiah, you claim to be a Christian, you claim to believe in YAHAWASHI, you claim to believe in the scriptures in the Holy Bible, right? You claim to love the Lord, right? And you're going to speak against wickedness. You're going to speak against the LGBTQ movement with the scriptures. Okay? Ye that love the Lord, YAHAWASHI, hate evil. He preserves the souls of his saints. His saints is the elect, right? Israel, right? The nation of Yasha, Hebrew Israelites, okay? Starting with the elect. They are the saints. He delivered them out of the hand of the wicked. Yeah. So the point I want to get out of this was, ye that love the Lord, hate evil. So for an example, right? We don't support the LGBT movement. And this is going to be one of many reasons why we're going to be persecuted, right? Persecute, subject someone onto hostility and ill treatment, especially of their ethnicity, being a Hebrew Israelite, their religion, right? You know, our practice, our traditions that we rehearse in the Holy Bible in the best of our ability, and our sexual orientation. So for example, we're not down with that sodomite shit. We don't support this LGBTQ bullshit. We're against it because the Lord is against it. Okay? All right? We don't give a damn about your fucking feelings. Ye that love the Lord, YAHAWASHI, hate evil. He preserves the souls of the saints, the elect. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. Be very wicked too. The wicked elites, the Illuminatis, small hats. Okay? The nation that are considered as fornicators in the Hebrew, BARAK. Okay, we're gonna get that too. Okay. Let me go back here. Let me get that Jeremiah very quick. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, in verse 2, right? In the KJV. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Learn not the way of the heathen. And who is the top heathen among all heathens? The nation, the biblical nation, the true nationality, the Edomites. In Hebrew, are the YAHWAH, right? So-called white people. Caucasians, right, don't learn their ways. Okay, why? Because one of the ways of the heathen is what? They down with this shit right here, sodomy. They okay with the LGBTQ bullshit. Okay, don't be a sodomite. All right, don't learn the ways of the profane nation, the Edomites, so-called white people. Right? You see the people at the very bottom on the right side. Yeah, don't learn their ways. Don't be a fucking sodomite. All right, you Israelites out there. It's like men, it's like women. All right, because the Lord's against that shit. Okay, don't learn the ways of the Edomites, so-called Caucasians, the Amalekites, Edomites. All right. And then, of course, all the other nations, the Chinese, so-called Chinese, so-called Africans, right? Right? Don't learn their ways. Go back here. Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, learn not the way of the heathen. So, for example, what do these heathens do? Paganism, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, birthdays, and etc. Okay? That's sodomite shit. Okay, and be not dismayed, right? Dismayed, horrified, right? At the signs of heaven. So, for example, when you see chariots, so-called UFOs, don't get dismayed. All right, look at it as like a big booster. Look at it as our redemption, John 9. Scripture goes into that. Lift up your heads for your redemption, John 9. Just paraphrasing. Okay, those chariots is going to be our way out of battling the great destruction by thermonuclear fire. Okay, talking about America. Okay, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. And for an example, another major sign of heaven that's supposed to be coming up next month on April 8th is the total solar eclipse. Okay, for the heathen are dismayed at the. So the point out of here I want to get was, thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, learn not the way of the heathen. So what's one of those ways according to this topic, right? For example, the LGBTQ movement, right? Don't learn that way. Don't live that fucking life. As an Israelite man, you can't be fruitful or multiply when you're a fucking sodomite, popping another man in his fucking asshole, man. All right? And you women that likes to lay down with other women as if, you know, she's your husband, all right? You can't receive seed that way, all right? Let's go back here right quick. So what's one of the ways not to learn the heathen? We're going to get that right now. Book of Hebrews, yeah, let me get that right quick. 12 to 16. The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16 in the KJV, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, for who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Right? So, for example, the nation of Israel, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, right? Men, women, children, right? Right? We are not to learn the ways of the heathens, right? So, for example, the ways of Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Why? Because least there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau is going to fornicator, right? You get what? Strong's G 4205, botanized. And when you look at that, what does it spell like? It sounds like pornos. What do you think that industry comes from? It comes from a fucking Edomite. In that industry, you got all kinds of unlawful sexual practices going on, and that weird shit, man. Women with women with multiple dudes at once, two dudes sharing a fucking woman, bestiality, and all kinds of wicked shit, man. That goes back to a fucking Caucasian, man, a damn Edomite. Right, so any any Israelites out there don't learn the ways of the heathen. Don't practice this bullshit, man. All right. When you go down, right, you get what? A man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for a hire. That's what a harlot is, right? A harlot, a prostitute is a sex worker. What they call it, a call girl, right? A thought, a whore, right? You selling your body just to fulfill someone else's sexual needs, just for a bag, money, same fucking money that's going to collapse real soon, and you won't even be able to feed yourself with the fucking money. Okay, for worldly possessions, right? This applies to your women too, right? A man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire. A male prostitute, also a female prostitute, right? Now down here, right, number 3, a man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse, a fornicator. And there's many unlawful sexual intercourse that our powers had made laws, right, decrees against. So for example, practicing sodomy, right? We're gonna get that too. Sodomy is pretty much when a man who puts his rod in another man's rectum or a woman's rectum. All right, that shit is going on. That's the way of the heathen. The heathens do that abominable shit. The so-called white man, the so-called woman is into that wicked ass shit. Getting popped in a fucking asshole and shit, man. All right, men on men and shit. All right, that shit's play the fuck out, man. That shit's disgusting. All right, we as a nation, YAHAWASHI, we ain't supposed to be doing this shit, man. All right. So again, least there be any fornicator or profane person, right? Profane, right? The premise goes into like a wicked, right? Heathenish, right? So the point I want to get out of the scripture was, least there be any fornicator in our nation, man, that's behaving like Esau, so-called white man. It's like men out there that's a fucking sodomite, Fruit Loop as hell, practicing sodomy, practicing such act. You Israelite women out there, there's a term called carpet munchers. You like to practice oral sex with another woman. Either you or her putting on a fake rod, a dildo, and popping each other with that shit, man. That shit's going off, man. That's one of the ways of the fucking white men, Edomites, the heathen, of all heathens. Okay? We're gonna get this next scripture. The book of Deuteronomy, 23 and 17 is what I'm gonna get. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17, right? In the KJV. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So, right, let's go back here. I'm gonna bring up that 12 tribes chart. All right, take a good look at the 12 tribes chart. Take a good look at it, a good one. Analyze it. There shall be no what? There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. A so-called black woman, a so-called Hispanic Latina woman, a so-called Native American Indian woman, you ain't supposed to be a whore. So what would America say? What the white man taught y'all? All right, he deceived y'all, thinking that shit is cool. No, it's not. All right. Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So a damn hemo. This is like, man, that's a fucking mo. All right. It's putting shame on our power, man. He ain't down with that shit, man. All right. Let me go back there right quick and move this so you can see the scriptures. Okay, so when you go to whore, right? Strong's H 6948, right? QaDash. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Right? What do you get down here? You get prostitute, you get harlot. So an Israelite woman, you're not supposed to be a prostitute or a harlot, right? When you go into the common dictionaries for it, I'm gonna go to that real quick. Whore. Oh, my bad. Trying to get that term whore. Bruh, what the hell? Hijo de puta madre. Okay, I'm opening up another tab. For definition. Okay, what do you get right here? You got sex worker, call girl. Okay. Now, when you read down here, definition number 2, a woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships. So you just out there just let anybody fuck you. Either you're doing it for a few bucks here and there, you're just doing it because, you know, you're just an infidel, right? You're unfaithful, you're unloyal, you're wanton, you lack self-restraint. You just gotta let anyone put their rod in you or put their rod in your mouth for XYZ reason. Okay? All right? Down here, you get what? Work as a prostitute. Okay, so when you go into prostitute definition, prostitute, hopefully I spell that correctly. Okay, so prostitute, right? You get what? A person, let's see, a person in particular, a woman, who engages in sexual activity for payment. You got female porn stars, what they call it, OnlyFans chicks, women in general who like to sell their bodies for another's, who hires themselves for another's lust, I guess you could say, right? Now down here, right? A person who misuses their talents or who sacrifices their self-respect for the sake of personal or financial gain. So for example, women that's in such field, you're willing to sacrifice self-respect and bring shame upon your father's faces, all because you want to gain financial gain. You want some money so you can be able to afford worldly bullshit. You're really willing to have a bad name just so you can have some money? Come on, really? All right? Self-respect is worth a lot more than whatever amount of money you got in your bank account. All right? A good name is much better than worldly possession, I guess you could say. Okay? So back here, right? There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. So a sex worker, for example, right? No, a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So sodomite, right? An example, homosexual, man on man, for example. Note, now mind you, note, sodomite does not only mean homosexual. Sodomy is defined as anal intercourse with a man or a woman. All right, the Torah, it has laws related to like marriage, like sex, pretty much with your partner. And one of those laws that men are forbidden to commit is sodomy. Popping another man or a woman in her asshole, man. You over there pushing someone's shit back in. That's going on, man. You ain't supposed to be pushing somebody's shit in. There's a reason why the woman got a vagina. You pop her in her vagina, so you as a farmer that's carried the seed of life, you can plant your seed into the woman's womb, and say her soil, right? So your fruit can come to life, be fruitful and multiply. But you can't do that when you put your seed in her rectum. All right, you definitely can't bring forth seed when you put in your seed another man's rectum, man. What the fuck? That's some shit that an Edomite does, man. So-called white man, so-called white women. that crazy shit, man. All right, the heathens are into that bullshit, man. Sodomite, an example, homosexual. Sodomite does not only mean homosexual. Sodomy is defined as anal intercourse with man and woman. Okay. So I got two more scriptures I want to get. Two more. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, that Leviticus, right? It's already down here, the precept for it. All right, so the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and verse 13 in the KJV. If any man, it's like if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman. So if a man practices homosexuality, right, men on men action, sodomy, and this is also vice versa too, woman on woman action. Okay. If any man, so like if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So this man putting, right? It's supposed to be not just 12 years in prison. You're supposed to put such unstable creatures to death. But because we live in an eon, an age, an era where the fornicator, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the toughness, right, is in rulership, he's going to decree such unrighteous decree to where if we was to put a sodomite or a shemo to death, we'll go to jail for it, because he himself is a damn mole too. Okay, but in the kingdom of heaven, go ahead and try to be a fucking mole in the kingdom and see how far that shit goes. You're gonna be put to death according to the Torah, according to the law, statutes, commandments of YAHAWASHI. Alright? So that 12-year shit, nah, like, yeah, it's cool. Okay, Puddin', he ain't down with that shit. But if Puddin' was really not down with it, he would have done according to the scriptures. Put such thing to death, both of them. All right? Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI. All right? If any, let's get that in the NOT now. We're in the NOT, the New Living Translation. Let me keep that there just in case. I want to get that too. Bible Gateway, New Living Translation. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. Is it 20? Leviticus 20, 13. Okay. Right, so the New Living Translation reads, if a man practices homosexuality, sodomy, for example, right? Vice versa for your woman, okay? If a man practices homosexuality, having sex with another man, vice versa, women having sex with women, right? Having sex with another man as with a woman, both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. So 12 years in prison, nah, it's not enough. You're supposed to put these things to fucking death, man, according to the scriptures. Now, for those that's out there saying, some bullshit excuse like, oh, those are the Bible days, blah, blah, blah. Look for one right here. Let's see. Yep. So the book of Baruch. Right. Let me get this right quick. All right. So the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of YAHAWASHI, the Holy Bible, right? That your pastor claimed to read. The same book that America claims to swear upon them. The same book that America claims to say, God bless America, right? the same book that you Christians claim to read and believe in, right? This is the book of the commandments of YAHAWASHI. The law, right? And the law, and the law, and the law that endureth forever. Forever. Not just the Old Testament, not just the Bible days, to this day, tomorrow, next month, forever and ever and ever. So for an example, the law that goes against homosexuality, that law still applies to this day. Okay. This is the book of the commandments of YAHAWASHI and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, through the Spirit. And only the elect are going to come to life spiritually, being risen from the valley of those dry bones, man, being a dead state spiritually. All right. But such as leave it shall die. Okay. So the point out here I want to get was this part right here. This is the book of the commandments of YAHAWASHI and the law that endures forever. So that law, and that we read in Leviticus, right? Because Leviticus goes into Levi, meaning lawyer, right? Law, right? Because it's a lot of laws in it, okay? And one of those laws is what? The act against sodomy, homosexuality, that whole, agenda, the group of unstable creatures, okay? Let me go to the Bible Gateway now. We'll get one more. Lower one. Right, so Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 1. Right, and it says here, exclusion from the assembly. And it reads, no one who has been emasculated, right, the removal of the testicles of a male animal or human, right, who has been deprived of their role and identity. So for an example, as an Israelite man, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Latino man, and you went through your transition to become a so-called woman, you have been emasculated, which makes you not allowed in the Lord's tabernacle. You're forbidden, you're defiled. You have been deprived of your male role. For an example, to be fruitful and multiply, have sex with Israelite women, heathen women, have wives, have children. But you can't do that now because you've removed your testicles, you've removed your private member. You've been deprived of your identity. Okay? No one who has been emasculated by crushing or cutting may enter the assembly of the Lord YAHAWASHI. So the Good News Translation, right? Right? The Good News Translation goes into no man who has been castrated or whose penis has been cut off may be included among the Lord's people. So castrated, right? You probably can't see on your end probably, but on here, right, it says neutered, cut, remove the testicles of a male animal or man, okay, deprived of power, okay, so it's quite similar to emasculated, okay, all right. So when an Israelite man has been castrated, emasculated, neutered, right, you have been deprived of power, your identity, and your role as an Israelite man, which is what? To be fruitful, multiply, bring forth children. Okay. All right. So that's all I got to bring out for today's topic. Don't want to make it too long. Hold on. Okay. All right, so that's all I got to bring up for today's topic, man. You know, this movement right here, you know, is something that YAHAWASHI is against. Okay, he's not down with that. All right. You know, this is a topic that's very sensitive to a lot of people, and I don't care, to be honest. All right. The Lord is against such things. Okay. So, locally, it was edified, it was played upon the tables. Okay. Let's face the East. Let's give the much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to the apostles, and elders, and bishops, and great millstones, and much respect to you, sincere Akim that's laboring in works. Shalom to you believers that are Akim with Aqua, which will be your brothers and you. My sincere sisters who subscribe to this truth. RAWCHAA, who's edified.